Hi, welcome to another teardown video at EPC. Today we are looking at Caleco's at-home arcade cabinet for Pac-Man. It's a bit complicated to take apart, so let's get into it. Here we go, tearing this down. First we're going to take off the battery cover, set it off to the side. You've got 5 screws on the bottom. Here, 2 down here, 1 there, 1 there. And then there's 2 others that are hidden to take this tabletop Pac-Man apart. They'll come out when we take it apart. Screws don't always come out as expected. Sometimes they're held in by a little bit of retention from the plastic. So once they're all unscrewed enough, they will eventually pop out when you start taking stuff apart. See, there's one we dropped there. Go ahead and get the 2 hidden screws. Underneath the flap here is one. Get that last one out there. Now we can lift this up, take that off. Then go back down here where another one fell out. And the last one left, or 2 more we have left to get out of here that are kind of stuck in place. This one and this one. There goes that one. Like I said, the one that doesn't want to come out, barely being held in there. Sometimes you just hold it open. There we go. Last one's out. Now there are 3 screws holding the main circuit board to the front of the case. So we have one that's here next to the main processing chip. Be careful not to have your screwdriver slip and mess up a trace. That would be bad. Take that one off. And the last one. Sometimes you need to brace it to make sure. All right. Oh, a couple more turns. There we go. Now we can separate the board from the front, where it reveals the screen, the vacuum tube screen, the controllers with springs, the switch, and the actual buttons that the controllers interface with. And they rotate. Push left, pushes down this button, or actually that one's left, but I'm in reverse. Then down, then up. All right, and now we could show you this. I'm not going to take the speaker out or try to unsolder these connectors for the battery. So from the factory, it looks like all this sticky stuff they left on here is the actual flux that allowed the solder to stick to the copper points on the board for them to put this together. Back in the 80s, they weren't worried about cleaning this up and making it look nice and pretty because it was just a mass-produced item to get it shipped out, and as long as it works, they were all good about it. It's really interesting looking at this board compared to modern day boards where the circuitry is much smaller, the solder points are much smaller, this would be very easy for somebody that's entry level into soldering and circuitry to try to recreate. As far as soldering everything to the board, the points are easy to get to, and there's not much of any micro soldering at all. Even the chip is easier to actually solder to the board compared to much smaller chips where you'd need a microscope to do. So in this day and age, this would be fairly easy to recreate, at least soldering the components to a new board.
Don't feel like doing a teardown yourself? Have not just one, but hundreds of devices taking up space? EPC is a global leader in the ITAD field, and it's our goal to reduce e-waste and give devices a second chance. Reach out to us today to learn more.